Hello everyone. Today I've got another video. Today I'm going to show you my Splash Rafa build. It's not it's not perfected because I've got better stuff to do than play the game for 6 hours straight a day and farm gear. But this is a Splash build. So of course, right off the bat I'm going to show you my firmware. I got 2 in Airstrike. Sorry if the music might be a bit loud in the background for the menu. I've got 2 in Airstrike right off the bat, alright? Simple reason is because the 20% splash damage. The splash radius might be alright, but I got it for the 20% splash damage. Everything else, of course, I said before, the build isn't mid-max, it's not perfected. I love the game, I love playing it, but man, I've got better stuff to do than farm 6 hours a day for perfect pieces of gear. If you guys are real sweaty or like a real try hard, perhaps you guys can take this build and mid max it somehow. Get a better spec for the skill tree, better gear, perfect firmware, or maybe recommend it to a bigger channel content creator who can probably make the build completely overpowered. But for my enjoyment of the game, it's just basic. Got the build together and that's it. I haven't perfected it or anything. But we're gonna have a look what I've got. This is a splash build. So I just want to get that out of the way. Two in the IS strike right off the bat. Class mod, probably the most important part of the playstyles, would be I decided to go with the oh god, how can I pronounce that? The Philanthropo. I got no idea how to pronounce that. Why did I go for this? Well, right off the bat, it's got ordnance damage, which is terrible. I'm not using. Oh, I guess you could use a fire pot with it. I suppose. I mean, I don't know if that does splash damage. Someone told me I heard that it does gun damage, but I'm not sure if it's true or not. But why did I go with the Philanthropo? I was going to use a dancer. As you can see, here's the dancer I was going to use with airstrike on it. Because in my opinion, the dancer is completely busted. It's overpowered, it's broken, and it's good, to have. It's good to have something overpowered. And I thought, why not? Why use anything else when I can just use the dancer? And I got bored of it. I thought I want to actually try something different. So I played the game. I had this Philanthropo. This is the only one that I had. But I was playing some off camera. I think Inceptus, Guardian boss, he drops this, and I managed to kill him. And he actually dropped this one for me with +4 into that red skill. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to use this. So I chose the Philanthropo just to boost one skill. And honestly, the action skill re-trigger spawns a grenade. I don't think I care for that effect, honestly. And a 26% release speed is not bad. The jacked, what's that even do? Firmware, zoom in speed. That could be beneficial somehow. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the jacked. I just got it. I didn't even bother rewriting it, so I don't have any. I don't think I've got any class mods with airstrike on them or anything that I would like. But I chose this. So the gear pretty much focuses on explosions. So I was farming Radix the other day, just having some fun, and I managed to get this from him, a sticky Torg Anarchy. I haven't used this yet, so I've got no idea if it's a beast or not. I'm assuming it is once you get the stacks up. But when I got that, I thought, wow, that's gone straight on this character. So I transferred it over to him. I think I got it on my Vex when I was testing another build. Well, not another build, but I think I was just mucking around. But I ended up getting this, a sticky Torg, which is pretty cool for Anarchy. Another gun I chose was the sorry, let's say the Onslaught then. That's another build I've been working on. The Dark Beast. This one, because it doesn't I'm assuming the 20% chance to cause an explosion. I'm assuming that scales off splash damage. I've got no idea. This is a Jacobs one. I've got tons of these. It's probably not that rare, but I've got about 4 Jacobs ones, I think. But unsure if that explosion counts as splash damage. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I chose that because it's a good gun as well. This is the main gun for the build. That's the Chaosin. I absolutely love the Chaosin in Borderlands 3. It's one of my top guns, one of my favorite guns in the game. And when I found out that it made a return in this one, I was more than excited. And I actually think it's better in this game than it was ever in Borderlands 3. This Borderlands 4 Chaosin makes the Borderlands 3 version cry. Like, this version's way better. And my fourth gun, I just chose a lead balloon, something else with stickies on it. Another gun I recommend would be the Hot Slugger, because I believe the Hot Slugger actually does splash damage secretly. It does secret splash damage, so I believe that does scale splash damage. So this would actually be good. I'll give that one a go. Actually, I'll try that. I got a triple bypass here with splash damage. I got this by accident. I've had this for a long time, a handful of months now. I've had this one. I said, why not use it on the guy, splash damage? I got some splash damage there. Got a fire pot just for the firmware. See, I think enchantment. I was about to call them artifacts. I think enchantments are really, really hard to farm in this game, honestly. So I just went with this one with Vladoff. You probably could use a wombo combo. Do I have? I probably don't have one on me. No, but a wombo combo probably be really, really good for this build. I should have one on me. I should have used it, but that's okay. But you got gun damage, and I got gun splash, and I got the firmware. And my shield, I got a Watts for dinner because, in my opinion, is the best go-to shield in the entire game, and I really like it. Before we actually get started to this skill tree, I'm actually going to go check if I do have a wombo combo because I actually want to use it. Definitely want to try this anarchy out as well. I think it'd be awesome. You're about to see my bank here, and it's absolutely hideous. Like it's literally full of garbage. I'm assuming there's like maybe one or two god rolls in here that I'm unaware of, but yeah, there's wombo combos. Radiation maybe 4,100, 3,900, 4,300 there. Shock one that can be good against shields. Let's go. That one is good against shields. With classical music. I'm gonna fight Radix for this playthrough, by the way, or this showcase for the build. We're gonna go straight to skills. Now we're gonna start with blue tree. Oh, sorry, red tree. My bad. I'm not colorblind. Trust me. Peace bracket cannons right off the bat because it's just so good. For my skill trees, I've gone to Satia. Oh, trust me, I don't know how to pronounce or speak Spanish. I believe he's Spanish, Rafa, this guy here. And yeah, I've got no idea how to pronounce half these skills. So if I butcher any of these skills, if I do pronounce the names, I deeply apologize for that. So we've got Sitia, 25% gun damage, I believe. I've tested it on the dummy. I believe gun damage does boost sticky damage. I could be wrong, but I remember seeing the damage go up when I spec into this skill and then unspec it. I see the damage go up and down on sticky explosions. So I do believe gun damage does affect stickies. Next, I've got this skill for critical hits, extend action skill duration. Probably not worth it, but it probably is worth it when you have Bullet Barrel Deluxe, infinite ammo, which is exactly what I'm going to use for this build. Next, I just went for this skill because extra damage reduction is good. 29.41%. I don't know why it got to be 30%. That, and it's getting boosted by Soltado, which is down at the bottom of the red tree there. This is going to give you some decent damage reduction. That's pretty good. So you probably won't take as much damage. A little bit of survival there. Overdrive, I got this one for extra overdrive duration, so the overdrive lasts longer, so you have your skills up more often. And of course, I've got Soltado. Kill skill, killing an enemy doubles your overdrive bonuses for 8 seconds. So, of course, this skill here is going to get boosted and all the others. Most importantly, this skill, Barrage, Overdrive skill. Rafa gains increased, splash damage while Overdrive is active. And since it's boosted by the class mod, I've got a +4 here. That is 63% increased splash damage. And it's an overdrive skill. So if I get a kill, that's going to get doubled. So 63 plus 63. Oh, God, I'm terrible at math. 3 plus 3 is 6. 60 plus 60, 120. Would that be 126%? If I'm not incorrect, that should be. I think that might be 126%. I could be wrong there, but 126% splash damage just from this one skill. Of course, you could just use a driver and probably get it doubled anyway. But who cares? Have some fun, use some different stuff. That's what matters. I'm going straight to blue tree. I had 3 skill points left. I just put him into the frill just for a little bit more fire rate. Just one up. Now green tree. I went down green tree for one reason. I got expedite, 25% increased movement speed, which is pretty good in my opinion. So 25% movement speed is huge. I think it gives you 25% by base. Yeah, so you're getting 25% from here, an additional 25% from here, then that's going to get doubled by Satado. So you're going to be absolutely rapid movement, all right? It's going to be huge survival. That's pretty good. 2 points in midnight oil just to go down the tree. Handshake deal, I've got 5 points here just for that 15% gun damage and to go down the tree. And I got 3 points in the zone. Killing an enemy freezes your overdrive for 3 seconds. I've got that. So your overdrive bonuses stay up when your action skill's down. So you can keep the splash damage up forever. Yeah, that's pretty good. And next, oh dear, El Paraguras. You gain 45% additional splash damage, and splash damage gains a 10% crit chance. I'm not sure how the crit chance works. I'm not sure if that counts towards stickies, because this skill here, Shock Market, Rafa deals splash damage, deal bonus shock damage. That doesn't work on stickies. I've tested it bursting or fighting whatever the Sanctuary dummy, and it doesn't work on stickies. The sticky grenades from the Kaiozen or any other sticky guns like the lead balloon, or at least the Kaiozen, I can't remember the lead balloon, but the Kaiozen, for example, the stickies don't gain the shock damage. So there must be something in the code which determines what splash damage this affects, but it does affect ordinances. I throw down the fire pot, and it does actually gain this. So that probably answers the question I said before. The fire pot does do splash damage because I believe the shock market. I don't know. I might have to give more testing, but I believe this didn't work on stickies. It only worked on ordnance splashes. So when it says deal splash damage, from my testing, that's not stickies, which is a big disappointment because that could have been huge for shields. Really avoiding shields. So that's disappointing. So that's the skill tree. Pretty much self-explanatory. Peacebreaker cannons, Incento for mobbing, so you can take guys out, and Bullet Buddy Deluxe for bosses. And if you want to, you can put this on here. Volatile Hollow Points, which I'll do that. Why not? Deal splash damage. Not sure if that scales off the skills, but heck, it might. Now, my specialist is completely random. I don't have enough Iridium to reroll it, but what I've got for now is 13, 21, 10, 10, and 1. I've got Close Quarters Combat. I don't know why I've got this, just for fire rate, I suppose, for the KOs and just to spray out more bullets. Riddle you this for more gun damage. In the zone, see, I'm not sure if this actually works. I don't honestly, I can't be bothered testing it. But it says here, while aiming, you gain more gun damage. Does that gun damage apply to your stickies? Because if gun damage affects stickies, if I aim down sights and just shoot the KOs in with infinite ammo while aiming down sights, would all the damage bonus from this skill go into them stickies? And I thought it would have, so that's why I chose it. Probably a stupid idea, but that's okay. And I've got Now with Caffeine, which in my opinion is essential on Rafa. You want your action skill up as much as possible. So that's what I've gone for. That's the splash build. I'm going to go fight Radix. Not Radix completely. I'm also going to, you know, going to kill mobbing. There he is. I like Radix. He's okay. Be a pretty good week as well here. We got all Oddeye Soul, Violal Lictor, and Callus the Ripper Queen. That just started this morning. We've got the oh, God, that's loud. Sorry. Not sure if that'll be loud on your guys' end. I'll probably put music in the background now. I'll probably have background music the whole time. But I'll turn the volume down here and I'll give you guys background music. There's probably background music playing through Chef Factory now. Probably the same from the last video. So I hear nothing at all, but you guys will have something. So the same as if you see my Overshield Vex build, which did so well. Alright, that video did amazing. I got like 30 or 40 views on it. That did so well. I'm just going to get front row seats in this Anarchy because I've never used it before. It's probably terrible, but I'm Ultimate 6. Perhaps it's an absolute beast. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. How much does the rockets do? Oh, they're not bad. Oh, they're pretty good for Ultimate 6. They do alright. Let's try the Dark Beast. Not sure if the splash scales. But I said it in my... Sorry, I always say the same things. It's just because I expect people... Because I'm such a small channel, I expect everyone's video to be this one, to be the first one they ever watch. But if you guys didn't watch my Overshield Vex build, my builds aren't really aimed to be like, instantly one-shot everything, or, let's do the entire game like Bloom Reaper. Of course, this build won't do anything to Bloom Reaper. you know, my builds aren't really focusing on absolutely one-shotting. It's more of just pure fun and diversity, which is what I prefer, and I think that's what the game should be, in my opinion. You know, what's the point in playing the game if you're just gonna have no diversity? That's why there's skill trees, you know. But this build so far, the KOs and look at that, just absolutely stomps, and I barely did anything to him for a fire pot. These guys, the Dark Beast me wonders here. Let's try the hot slugger. This should shred, even without splash. This thing is a beast. There we go. It's just taking out your boys. Badass here. You heal. Oh, overdrive's finished. So I've lost all my splash damage. That's not good. Put my ability back. My splash damage will spike now. We bring out the KOs in and just spray this guy. Get some crit stuff. Why not? Oh, stop shooting. There we go. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's really annoying when that happens. Sometimes the gun just doesn't want to shoot. Maybe it was shooting, I didn't realise. Look at that. Just absolutely shredding. But I really enjoy this build. I think it's a lot of fun. Which of course is what I like to aim for in this. Try and kill enemies to freeze the timer. There we go. Flush damage this fella. Let me get the wombo combo shot actually. If that had shock on it, that'd be really good against him. Oh, the wombo combo, that should get rid of his shields. Doing alright. Actually, the grenade doesn't do the elemental damage, which is unfortunate. That's why we missed opportunity there for the gun. Alright. Whoops. It's not perfect, but it's a lot of fun. Keep shooting this guy. Alright, there you are. Keep shooting your boy. Yeah. He's a bit tanky, that guy. Take you out. I think there's an event currently going on that enemies inside of UVHM drop money and Iridian, which is nice. I need Iridian. Pity it's not really used for anything in this game. Mainly just for respecking the specialist. But yeah, it's this is kind of the build. There's not much to really talk about. It's just a splash build, nothing special. There's no secret mechanics. There's none of this, shoot him in the head 4 times and spin around and scream that you're naked and then bang, he's one shot. None of that stuff. Just pick up and play, really. Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh at what I just said. That was ridiculous. The KOs and definitely is the reason why I made this. This is one of my favorite guns. I love this. Look at this. This is so cool. Love the KOs in Borderlands 3. I'm glad it made a return. Some of the Anarchy. I'm glad that made a return as well. That's another great gun from Borderlands 3. If you guys ever played the downloadable content for that, that was a part of the. Actually, would have came out this time, 5 years, I don't know, 6 years ago. But yeah, if you played Borderlands 3, the Sir Hamlet DLC that came out, I think Valentine's Day 2020. That was when COVID was first struck. So that probably would have came out around 6 years ago this time, which is bizarre. I remember playing Borderlands 3 the day it released. Just crazy. I really did enjoy it. I might think of going back to that game and doing some builds on that. But I feel like the build diversity on the skill trees right now isn't as good compared to Borderlands 4, I feel. Usually that game was just niche stuff. You played Borderlands 3, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like, Flak was always Megavore. And all that stuff. Oh. I don't want to get addicted to the KOs in, so I know I'm just going to use it the whole time. That's definitely an addictive gun for me. Alright. Just absolute. Oh, where did he go? Oh, you want to. That would be him. This guy. Fire pop these dudes. For some ordnance damage, that might actually. Oh, God. That actually might do something. To them, not me, but it seems to happen to me, but it's okay. of course, the whatchamacallit, the Slugger, Hot Slugger is absolutely dominating. No surprise there. This thing's an absolute monster. Probably see, I want to say it's the best gun in the game, but at the same time, I don't want to say it. It's probably the easiest. It's pretty much the Uncut Harold of this game. It's easy to get. It's easy to use. It's easy to farm. You know, definitely a pretty good gun. Whoops. Definitely a huge uh, negative there of the wombo combo. Oh, really need my action skill. There we go. Attack this guy. There we go. He's dead. I don't want to take out these guys from a distance and use wombo combo. Showing it off. Thunderbird. Take you out. Whoops. There's more of me bloody health. Oh no, I don't really like using the wombo combo. I used to love it, but I've grown to quite disliking it. It's just too bullshit, you know. All the rockets, you just blow yourself up. It's a great gun though. Really do enjoy it. It's doing pretty good damage. It's pretty much just a remake of the Soul Render, which is also from the Borderlands 3 Hammerlock DLC. One of my favourite guns as well in that game. Soul Render. A lot of Moe's players will know that one. Great gun. But if this is your first Borderlands game, I highly recommend buying the previous installments. They're definitely worth it. Get used to it though. They're not as okay. Borderlands 3 might be, but Borderlands 2 and 1 aren't that mechanical, and they're not that fast paced. Borderlands 3 is pretty fast paced, but the other ones, oh, they're not too bad. Using my ammo there. Probably been better to get a corrosive one, perhaps. I'll use the my Dark Beast. But yeah, you know, it's not the build's not really getting, you know, through enemies too quickly, but it's getting through the difficulty. That's what matters. Take these guys out. I don't want that one more combo back now. That is the shield. All gold boys ammo. Here we go. Uh oh. Uh oh. There's some ammo. 30 bullets. Big deal. Uh oh. Here we go. There you go. Got some ammo there. That should have been ammo. Yep. Excellent. Get more action skill. Pop that. I should pop infinite ammo on. Yeah. Ah. Yep. Okay. Please don't die. That's another thing I have at the wombo combo. You can chain down yourself, so to speak. Take that guy's shield. Switch to the. There. Oh yeah. There we go. Now he's getting shredded. Switch to SMG mode. The Dark Beast is just too good. But yeah, I'm really unsure if that explosion for it does scale on splash damage. I don't see why it wouldn't, because it seems to do a little pop, like an explosion. You see the little green part. Where the heck is this guy? Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. There we go. Oh, there you're gone. Alright, let's go straight to Radix now. You're gonna show enough mobbing. Show you guys what I do on bossing, which is totally predictable. Just straight up infinite ammo and just KOs and spam and just shred the guy. That's pretty much what started the build, which is the infinite KOs and ammo, whatever you want to call it. I love that. It's just so fun to watch. Not sure how it's going to go against Radix, but I guess we can show 2 kills against him. We can show the kill where I just spam the KOs and try another kill where it's like, you know, actually fight him. They're just one-shotting the guy. Alright. Infinite ammo. Me melee him. I've got... I didn't even get it. Yeah, I've got close quarters. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I don't like them rocks. They always get me. They always do. That fail. Melee him again. There we go. Get the BTC. Oh my god, I'm not even paying attention. Hold on. Okay, I don't like this. He gets tons of damage resistance here. Yeah, he gets tons of damage resistance here, which I'm not really a big fan of. The boss is getting damage resistance. Like, I don't mind it. It's good because it forces you to actually fight the boss, So I guess from the developer's perspective, it makes sense. It actually forces them to, that forces the player to actually fight. There we go. Now he's doing some damage. Switch back to the KO. I probably don't even need to do a second kill here. I'm just messing up. All I have to do is play like crap. Oh my god. All right. Oh my god. There we go. There's the KOs, and look at it go. Just absolutely melt his health. Ooh. Probably don't even, actually doesn't do that much damage to him, the KOs him. Probably because I was using the dancer when I was testing this. But when I was doing this with the dancer, it just absolutely melted him, which makes sense because it's a dancer. The dancer's just overpowered. I don't know. Probably disagree, but I think Rafa's a one class mod character. He's very similar to Zane from Borderlands 3. He just has pretty much one or two class. Oh god, pretty much has like one class mod and that's it. Like Zane, which is the Seeing Dead, and that's it. Outside of like the Executor, Executor, Seeing Dead, and the Spy. That's it. Hustler doesn't count. I'm sorry, Hustler doesn't count. It's only good because of some stupid interaction. Outside of the interaction, it's pretty garbage. There's like some KOs and work there that did some pretty good damage. This probably won't do. Oh, it does alright actually. But yeah, you can see you actually got to fight the boss, which is pretty cool. I'm getting absolutely stomped here. But yeah, obviously the hot slug is not that good for the bosses. I'm going to use the infinite ammo dart beast. Oh man, that wrecks him. That's pretty good. Aim down sights for more damage. There we go. Match the elements. Pretty sure you can get the KOs in different elements. Oh god, maybe if I had a corrosive KOs and that would have shredded him. I'm going to kill him again. This time I'm actually going to use only the KOs and I'm going to try and get as many stickies as I can on him and see what happens. SMG. But yeah. Oh, Jacob's there. Jacob's shotguns. I thought it was the honey bunches then. Honey bunches, sorry. Not sure if they're any good, the whiff sniffs. But you wanna get a knife launcher. You definitely want to get a honey bunches. I've only gotten like one of them like in my whole time. I want to give him a second kill. This time I'm gonna use only the 1 million health. Okay. I'm just gonna use only the KOs and just try and spray as many stickers as I can on him. But I'm pretty sure you can get the KOs in different elements. You could in Borderlands 3. But here, I'm not sure. Maybe you can. This one's just a kinetic one. Maybe if you have a corrosion one, it probably absolutely melts him. Is that damage? I'm not sure what the damage percentage is. You probably get like, I don't know, 50% more damage if you mash the element, maybe. Melee him for more fire rate. Just gonna sit and stare at him like this. Maybe shoot him in the ass. Reloaded there, so that would have. Melee, fire rate. There you go, just absolutely. Look at this. There you go, just. Okay, the damage reduction kicked in there, but yeah, absolutely stomped him, as you're saying. Just absolutely melted him. But yeah, that was the inspiration for this build. I'm working on another build. I'll probably record that straight after this. It's an onslaught build for this guy. I just sat there and I was farming Idolator Soul, and I got tons of onslaughts, and I'm like, I feel like actually farming him, getting an onslaught on every element. I'll probably do that again. I'll probably just redo this area as Radix again. But that'll be my next video. I'll probably record that straight after this. Like, probably won't even upload this one yet. I'll just record it straight up. But that onslaught build is. Oh, are you serious? He just came out of this. Oh my, that's probably easy to get stickies though. Won't do that much damage, unfortunately. I'm not sure what the damage reduction is, but it seems pretty high. I think it's probably like 70%. Oh yeah, you're pretty good there. All right. Keep taking out your boy. Come on, buddy. There we go. All right. Well, I'll also end the video there. There's a splash Rafa. It's nothing special, you know. It's not gonna. It's not a good farm build. I'm sure there's like a build out there where you just get the KOs and with the dancer and min max everything and one shot everything in the game. That'd be really good for farming. But but yeah, that's the Splash Rafa build, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video and live gameplay and live commentary of the build. It's nothing special, like I said at the start. More for funsies. Ooh, ooh, hold on. That might be all right. But yeah, my builds. I said before. Um, but for the start, my videos, my builds aren't really that much of like meta, overpowered, sweat, try hard stuff. It's more of just like the kind of fun, tamey kind of stuff. Put stuff together and have some fun. It's not going to get you through the end game. Well, it did then. I got through Radix fine. It's definitely playable. It's just you're not going to one shot things. So don't expect my builds to absolutely one shot. Please don't, because like I said, there's content creation out there that you know, whatever. But but if you guys like the build and you want to mid max it, go ahead. Or if you've got a content creator that you're a fan of, you can send it to them and be like, oh yeah, try this and actually make it good. But but yeah, but my last video, the overshield, what's that onslaught again? The overshield Vex build that did so well. Like I think I've probably got nearly 50 views on it now, which is amazing. So you can check that one out if you want. I think I fought Inceptus for that one, but I've got my aim on level 50. He's ultimate level 3, trying to get him to ultimate 6 to try some builds on him. I have got 2 in mind. But yeah, I'll end the video there. I'm probably gonna go straight and record that onslaught build now. But yeah, I'll see you guys next video. So thanks for that, and see you.